This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, the New York Giants are coming and one Philadelphia Eagle. 3 former NFL players will be in Hazleton this weekend. Find out why next. Hello everyone, we are almost to the long holiday weekend, so stay strong. I'm Ken Kara, thank you so much for your time. Now on to our headlines from FYI and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. This weekend, 2 Super Bowl champions will be at Harmon Guy Stadium. They did not join the Hazleton Area High School football team, although I bet Coach Mike Brennan would be thrilled to have 2 former All-Pro linebackers taking on the Wyoming Valley Conference. Jesse Armstead and Antonio Pierce are owners of the Hazleton Auto Mall on the Airport Beltway, and they've teamed up with the Hazleton Recreation Department to host a day of play. Here's part of my interview with Armstead and Pierce. So how did this all come about? I said I saw the Ferrari shirt. Were you a car guy? Were you guys just like, hey, let's get some car dealerships together?
I think with everybody, when you're a kid, let's say 21 years old, you make a little bit of money, you like cars. So what's another better opportunity than just buying a car, is owning a dealership and having multiple cars? So obviously, I got the Ferrari shirt on, but we own several dealerships: Honda, Cadillac, Kia, Nissan, and Hyundai. And just been a great opportunity for us post-career, which you see a lot of guys struggle with. I think, for myself, being fortunate to have a guy like Jesse, who's a little bit older than me, having that fruition to look down the road and trying to coattail him a little bit and just follow his path. We created a great team along with our other partner, Mike Saporito, of getting into the car business, starting with Honda, then Cadillac, and then coming up to the Hazleton market.
That's amazing. And Jesse, let's talk about this. So you coached Antonio, right? So were you like, all right, this guy right here, I think he'd be a good business partner? How did that relationship form?
Well, it started when we first played together in Washington.
Yes, played together too.
And we got a bond together in Washington. And when he left Washington, he wound up going to the Giants. And that's the place I just had left. So, and then I re-signed back with the Giants as being a consultant, special advisor for the Giants. And I knew he was the guy that I can help and push and give me a Super Bowl ring, and wind up giving me 2 of them.
Well, thank you for that. So now you guys have the car dealerships. If you don't recognize it, it is right out on the Airport Beltway here in the Hazleton area, the Hazleton Auto Mall. What drew you guys to the Hazleton area, and what do you think of it so far as you're here in Hazleton today? Yeah,
it's a great location. At first, when Honda did the Money to Market, and this was the location, and we came up and we seen the area and we seen a lot of people, and realized that they had picked a great location.
So it's not just cars. I mean, that's great. You guys are here. You want to sell some cars, but it seems like you want to invest in the community as well. We have a day of play coming up this weekend for kids, for adults as well. You want to come out and meet Super Bowl champions, of course. Why do this? Why do you want to come out? You guys are, big time. You guys are football stars. Why come out and say, okay, we want to invest in the community as well?
Well, I like when people say that, because before we were stars, before we were big time, we were little guys too. So whenever you can give back to the community, I think myself being from California, Jesse being from Texas, you always yearned for that opportunity to do something within the community, to help little guys, to help families, whatever, to brighten up their day for one day. All the activities that we got going on: food, football, different games. Obviously, we'll have cars here as well, so you can have that look. But it's just a great time to give back, to let people know that you really care about them. You're not just asking for their business, but you're asking to support them and be involved with the community.
And this weekend as well, Jeremiah Trotter will be there. Eagles fans will recognize that name. You said you left him home today, just the Giants guys, Redskins guys over here today. What drills, what's going to be happening this weekend? What do you plan to do?
It's going to be a fun time, It's going to be a big day. We'll do football drills. We'll be out there also jump rope, racing, all kind of things, because we don't want to just focus just only on football. We want to make sure that all the kids have fun, because I have daughters too, and I want to make sure they have something to do, and they're looking forward to coming up here and having fun with the kids and everything else.
We did talk football as well, and you can see that portion of the interview on FYI very soon. Well, FYI told you that the TV show Cops is coming to the Hazleton area to film segments for upcoming episodes. Tonight, Hazleton Mayor Jeff Cassat and just Hazleton Police Chief Jerry Speziale will talk about the decision to bring the national show to Hazleton on a brand new Sam Lassant show. This special show premieres tonight at 8 p.m. on SSPTV and SSPTV.com, with rebroadcast tomorrow night at 9:30 and 11 p.m. Check your local listings for additional dates and times, and it will be the chief on the show, not the mayor. Did you know that children who miss out on reading and learning opportunities in the summer can fall behind as much as 2 grade levels by the 5th grade? To prevent this, PPL Electric Utilities, along with the PPL Foundation and in cooperation with WVIA, has launched a program called Cover to Cover. It provides free books to students in kindergarten through 3rd grade who are at risk of falling behind in reading over summer vacation. Yesterday, PPL was at Heights Terrace Elementary Middle School in Hazleton. 1st through 3rd graders were allowed to pick 4 books to read over the summer. PPL will give away more than 23,000 books as part of the program. Everyone stay calm. I did not forget about Dave Day this week. We just moved it to Thursday because of baseball playoffs. Standard Speaker Sports Editor Dave Seaman is here, and we will preview tonight's big Hazleton area softball district playoff game. And when we come back, our history segment this week features the Marco Building in downtown Hazleton.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Well, if you know anything about downtown Hazleton, you're very familiar with the name Markle and the Markle Building that is still a focus in the downtown area. But each week we bring in Charles McElwee, who is a board member with the Greater Hazleton Historical Society and Museum, to talk about the history of our area. And there's one member of the Markle family we might not be too familiar with.
That's right, Lisa. John Markle. He's the forgotten Markle, but played a huge role in the city's development. He was the son of George, who worked under Ariel Pardee and built the coal empire that was established in Hazleton. His father ended up branching off and forming the coal company in Jeddo, and John carried out the operation after his passing and was responsible for the Jeddo Tunnel, which was this engineering marvel that exists to this day, 5 miles long. It emits approximately 100,000 gallons of water per minute. Unfortunately, this engineering marvel is also responsible for an environmental catastrophe. Acid mine drainage that we see in, for example, if you go to Whispering Willows Park in Cunningham, you'll see that the water isn't how it should look, and it's because of the Jeddo Tunnel, acid mine drainage. But he played also a huge role in the 1902 coal strike.
So now, tell us about the strike and the reason he left the area.
He wasn't very happy with Hazleton after the strike because the outcome of the negotiations weren't in his favor. It was the first strike in the history of the country where the U.S. government had to intervene as a neutral arbitrator, and Markle represented the independent coal companies in his negotiations with Theodore Roosevelt, and many of which took place in Hazleton. Well, the one quote that he said, I'd rather fight than eat. He was determined to make sure that the negotiations went in the miners' favor, but unfortunately for him, they did. And he ended up relocating to New York City, where he was well known there as well.
So a name that was famous in our area also made a name for himself in New York as well.
Absolutely. In 1930, he received national attention. This is 1 year into the Depression because of the penthouse he purchased on the Upper East Side. And it had 40, he was a widow at this point, and it had over 40 rooms, countless bathrooms. The media frowned upon it, obviously, because of the humbler time, and questioned how one person could have so much. But he was very involved in philanthropy in New York, and the Markle Foundation, which continues to exist today. It's a huge foundation in New York, and they advance causes in healthcare and national security. Its existence is really because of John Markle's wealth, and that wealth, let's face it, comes back to Hazleton.
It always comes back to Hazleton.
6
We have strong ties all over the area, and if you want to learn much more about the great history from our area, please stop by the Greater Hazleton Historical Society Museum and learn much more about how we got where we are.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
I spy a plane way up in the blue sky above Hazleton. I also spy some warm, nay, hot temperatures for our area. Here's our local weather forecast From the National Weather Service tonight, 30% chance of some scattered showers and thunderstorms, mainly between 8 p.m. and 1 a.m., mostly cloudy with a low of 64. On Friday, another 30% chance of some scattered showers and thunderstorms, mainly after 3 p.m. Our high will be 80 degrees, a partly sunny day. Friday night, again a chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms, 30% yet again, mainly before 9 p.m., low of 66. On Saturday, same chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms, mostly sunny, high of 81. Same chance on Saturday night as well for the showers and thunderstorms, partly cloudy, low of 64. Let's keep it going with the showers and thunderstorms on Sunday, partly sunny with a high of 80 degrees. Same thing on Sunday night, mostly cloudy with a low around 61. Again, the chance of showers. And then on Memorial Day, we're up to a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy, high of 74 at night. 30% chance of showers, mostly cloudy, low of 60 degrees.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Valley High, the area's oldest ice cream and fast food restaurant. Stop on in for a cold treat including our ice cream and yogurt, or some hot food including our burgers, hot dogs, fries, and much more. That's Valley High, Route 93 in West Hazleton. Treat yourself today.
Well, this weekend is Memorial Day weekend, and what a better place to come than to the Laurel Mall, where there's a great sale taking place. I'm pleased to be joined by Rocco Aruso, who is the Marketing and Business Development Manager here at the mall. You have something special happening for Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, for Memorial Day weekend, and that's going to run Friday through Monday, Memorial Day itself. We'll be doing our annual sidewalk sale here at the Laurel Mall. So we're excited about that. All the stores participate, even our anchors, and they have some great bargains, especially now with spring and summer.
Now, this is always a favorite. People love to have the sidewalk sale. So a lot of people come through here on the holiday weekend.
Yeah, they do, Lisa. You're right. We do get a lot of, they say, well, people won't shop during the holiday. Well, they're wrong, because the mall does get crowded here with our sidewalk sale. So we're glad to have it.
And while people are busy shopping, the mall is busy getting ready to expand and welcome more and more tenants. And you tell me the construction is well underway now for TJ Maxx.
Yes, finally. Finally, we got construction going for TJ Maxx, which we plan on opening fall of 2016. And when they made the announcement of that, there's still interest. We still have some things happening, good things happening with Ground Round Building and also our strip center. So we hope to be making some more major announcements in the future.
What's been the reaction from the shoppers when they come through and they see, big announcements of more stores coming and remodeling being done?
I'll tell you, the shoppers are excited. They're excited that we're getting a TJ Maxx, something different. The mall with renovations, they're seeing walls going up. They're excited because things are happening here at the Laurel Mall, which was stagnant for a while. But we're really happy that, and excited that we're moving forward in the right direction.
Absolutely. And if you would like to get some great deals, don't forget to stop by this weekend, again, Friday through Monday, the sidewalk sale celebrating the Memorial Day weekend right here at the Laurel Mall.
Thanks, Lisa. I apologize. I'll rewatch the segment online. I was voting for the baseball all-star team. Here's your pick 2 or your daily lottery numbers, midday daily lottery numbers, enough baseball. Pick 2, 6-5. Pick 3, 660. Pick 4, 8172. And pick 5, 79005. After the break, Dave Seaman is here, and we'll talk about softball playoffs, baseball playoffs, and also the state track and field meet coming up this weekend.
Hello and welcome to Law Talk. Today we're going to talk about a very oftentimes tragic but very important subject involving motor vehicle accidents, and in particular victims of motor vehicle accidents who have been victimized by a drunk driver. And Alexis spent 7 years as a prosecutor in the Luzerne County DA's office. She's very familiar with that, and she can bring you all up to date on what needs to be done if that unfortunate event should happen to you or a family member.
As my father mentioned, I did work in the Luzerne County District Attorney's Office for some time. During my time there, I did, for 2 years, head up the Vehicular Homicide Division, and unfortunately in those cases, a lot of times the individuals who were victimized by drunk drivers. So I have a lot of experience on the criminal side as being an advocate for these individuals who were victimized by drunk drivers. Now, in civil practice, I'm able to be an advocate for victims who are involved in drunk driving accidents. And I'm very aware of the fact that not only are these people affected in their work life and their family life, their entire lives have changed from that moment forward. A lot of times there are significant injuries. They can be catastrophic, again, to the work life and to the family life. And I offer the availability to work with law enforcement officers who are doing investigations on behalf of people who were involved in these types of accidents. And it's important to respect the work that they're doing, that being because the investigations that they're conducting certainly can be beneficial to the civil portion of a claim. So if you're involved in a drunk driving accident, give us a call. I'd be happy to sit down with you and speak to you regarding the concerns that you might have, as I'm very aware of the effects that it will have on your life from that moment forward.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
Another Dave Day here on FYI, a day late because, Dave, things are crazy right now. We have district playoffs, baseball, softball, a lot of our teams playing. You were out covering the Hazleton area Cougar baseball team on Monday at Bowman Field out in Williamsport. And you talk about a classic atmosphere. You called that game an instant classic. Went to extra innings, pitchers duel 0-0 there. Colin Stauffer, a great game for the Hazleton area Cougars. And, Dave, what was the feeling like after? Gino Carr seemed positive, like he was happy with the season with some of the younger guys. They battled some injuries. I mean, I know it's disappointing, but was there some positivity there as well?
Yeah, you could see some a ray of light there because the Cougars did start so very young. A lot of players people probably weren't very familiar with up and down the roster. You start and then you lose your ace pitcher in Dante Biazzi at the beginning of the year. So it leaves the team in a definite rebuilding mode. I know coaches don't like to hear that. Gino is one of those coaches that doesn't like to hear the rebuilding word, but he did rebuild, and they had a very successful year. A lot of their games were close, exciting games, well-played games, well-pitched games. They're on top of some of them, and unfortunately, they're on the wrong end of some of those scores as well.
You mentioned Levon Reynoso, and he seems like he's going to be an exciting player. That might be a great offensive future for the Cougars, even though they struggled on offense this season.
Oh, definitely. He is definitely one of the players to watch. A lot of raw power, and a kid who really hasn't played much organized baseball until this season, but he showed versatility in the outfield. He showed a strong arm. He pitched a little bit for the Cougars, and Gino, I remember the first game he pitched this year, and Gino said he saw a curveball, and Gino looked at me, shrugged his shoulders, said, "I didn't know he had that." And but his bat, definitely his bat. He's a multi-tool player. I mean, he could do a lot of different things, and he has a bright future in the game if he keeps working at it and sticking with it.
One team, Dave, ready to win now. The Hazleton area softball team, they have a District 2 semifinal matchup at home against Scranton tonight. And I talked with head coach Heather Dale and their ace pitcher, Celine Podlesny, earlier this week about their regular season and about the playoff run. The regular season's over. You guys did phenomenal. I know you're getting ready for playoffs, but how do you reflect on that? I mean, did you take a second and say, hey, good job, girls? I mean, that was a great run.
Oh, yeah. Just going back and looking at a couple mistakes that we've made, like throughout the season, just trying to fine tune those so we don't, they don't happen again. But yeah, they've done an outstanding job. I'm really proud.
You say mistakes. What are you working on as you get ready for playoffs?
Just hitting our cuts and working on situations, which we do almost daily, and just keeping up with the hitting.
Team already, though, I mean, they really want a district championship. I mean, that's the bigger thing, district, maybe states.
Oh, yeah. The states is definitely in the back of their mind. So they're working hard, and they're ready.
My expectations were high for this year, but I definitely didn't expect to be going undefeated in the conference. I mean, losing 7 seniors last year and being a senior this year, it was a really big goal for me to go on to districts and stuff like that. But I'm really excited.
The pressure on you guys now, or do you guys just not feel the pressure because you're so used to it? I was going to say you have such a good regular season, and now you want to win districts and then make it far in states, maybe win state.
Well, I mean, starting as a freshman, I'm kind of used to the pressure, but it's still, I'm sure for other people, there's definitely a lot of pressure.
Dave, some teams don't like to throw the word state around there, too much. Not that they're rushing things. They know they have to play in the district playoffs, but this is a confident group, and rightfully so.
Definitely. They have the experience. They've been there before. A lot of these players have played in travel ball throughout the years. They've played together, too, so there's a chemistry there. And they know what it takes to win. They know in softball you're going to take well-pitched games, and they certainly have that with their ace and Celine Podlesny, like you said. They have hitters in the middle of the lineup, Celine, Megan Travelpiece, Hope Kinney as well. And at the top of the order, they have the speed with Mackenzie Uri and Rebecca Rossi starting that lineup off. So there's a lot of ingredients there for the Lady Cougars to make a run. But I'm sure Coach Dale and the rest of the players, they're just focused on Scranton today.
And Dave, I asked Coach Dale in her first year with Hazleton area, I said, it's your first year, you inherit Celine, who's been there since a freshman. Do you change anything? And she said, not really. You kind of just let her go out there and play her game, maybe give her 1 or 2 tips. But the Lady Cougars looking to roll on. And we'll finish off with the state track and field championships coming up. And Dave, we have some athletes out there who could bring home medals. I think Morgan Boyle from Tamaqua, she wants state gold. We're competing in the pole vault and javelin. Who else will you be looking out for?
Kayla Merkel from Hazleton area. I think last year she won her medal, her first medal in the javelin competition. She's back this year for her 3rd shot at states. Another hurdler from Hazleton area is Matt Hauser, who did very well in winning districts, the 300 hurdles. He went in the fall as a cross-country runner. Now he's a hurdler too. So that takes a lot of skill set and a tremendous athlete to be able to accomplish what he's accomplishing. And I look forward to seeing Matt Hauser as well.
It's a fun time to be a local sports fan, and as they start, we don't hand them out, but as they start handing out district championships in softball and baseball, check out Dave Day next week and the Standard Speaker, and right here on FYI. Thursday is $1 burger night at Bottlenecks. Get a juicy 4th pound burger for only $1 all night long.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, the Laurel Mall has special hours for Memorial Day, noon to 5 p.m. However, Anchor store hours may vary. For more information, call the Laurel Mall, 570-454-2100. Our next announcement, Hazleton Public Transit is announcing that there will be no bus service and the offices will be closed Monday, May 30th in observance of Memorial Day. All services will resume Tuesday. For info about this, just call 570-459-5414. Our next announcement, the Orwigsburg Lions will be holding their annual Chicken Barbecue Memorial Day, Monday, May 30th. The event will be held at the Orwigsburg Veterans Community Memorial Hall. Full dinner is just $8 and takeout is available. Tickets are available at Healthy Habits, located on Route 61 in Orwigsburg. And finally, Holy Trinity Orthodox Church, 223 South Kennedy Drive in McElwee, will be having a pierogi and halushki sale Friday, May 27th from 10 a.m. to 5:30. Please call ahead to secure your order, 570-929-2179. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Shirley J. Cucci of Hazleton. Funeral is Saturday at 9:30 a.m. from the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Mass is at 10 a.m. from St. Joseph's Church. Friends may call Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. at the funeral home. And Irene Fort. Memorial services Friday at 11 a.m. from the Brainerd Church. Friends may call from 10:15 to 11 a.m. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Christine Horwat of Mahanoy City. Christine, if you're watching, give us a call, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
And finally, the Kirby Center in Wilkes-Barre is turning 30, and guess who's coming to their party? Joe Walsh, life's been good to him so far. John Mellencamp, Three Doors Down, Foreigner, and Patti LaBelle will all be performing there this season. Plus, there will be some musicals as well, like Mamma Mia and Annie. Mamma Mia was Lisa Suggart's ringtone for a while. I remember that. For more information, visit kirbycenter.org. I saw Joe Rule at the Kirby Center. Holla, holla. That is it for FYI this evening. We'll be back to wrap up the week tomorrow. Take it easy, everyone.